Welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you are new back in the fixed super late models. We're at Knoxville this week, and we actually had a split. There was like 21, 22 people that registered, something like that, and we're still the #1 car out here. We got Jarek out here, Oliver we know, and I don't really recognize most other people's names out here, but we have a somewhat slick track, so that's good for us. I'm happy about that, and hopefully we can qualify pretty well. I'm going to go get a couple practice laps and see what the track is like for qualifying. All right, ran pretty well in practice. I was like maybe half a second faster than the second guy. I don't know what lines they were running, but I was running like a small slider in both corners, which I really like at this track when it's really slick like this. So hopefully we can qualify out front, see what we could do. Maybe go back to back in these fixed supers, because last week we won at Huset's. And we'll see if we could do it again here at Knoxville. And Knoxville is one of my favorite tracks for sure. Feel like I was spinning tire there pretty bad. A little tight on entry, not too bad though. Try not to get too sideways there. 18.1, that's not great. I ran like a 17.8 or 17.7 maybe in practice. So I didn't necessarily like that. I think I spun tire too much off turn 4 there. Second lap was a little faster, it was a 0.61, so at least we got down to the zeros, gave us a little bit more insurance in case some guys run some quicker laps, but hopefully we could hold off for the pole. That'd be nice. I'd be happy with that. I think I hit that berm a little bit too much also, but yeah, we ran a 17.7 in practice. It really didn't slick off much between the two sessions, so I just messed up my laps a little bit more. The 2 car still has to go, and he is the last one left to qualify. So we'll see if we hold on to the pole. All right, we held on to the pole. Everybody gridded really fast. Hey, they're running over my pit crew in the mirror. How rude. But everybody gridded real fast, which is nice to see. Hopefully we can have a nice clean race. There's only 12 of us out here, so it's not like a huge field or anything like that, but we did get split and stuff like that, so not sure what the SOF is. I didn't pay attention to my spotter when he said it when we were gridding, so I have no clue what it is. The last few weeks, it's been like mid-2000s, so nothing crazy by any means. Been kind of low overall this whole season. Just because this runs the opposite 30-minute bracket of open supers, and the open supers will run over this. So we'll see. I was thinking Knoxville would get some more participation, which it did. We did have 2 splits, but the splits aren't super high SOF still, regardless. Like, maybe just certain times of the day or week, people run open and then change the fixed. I doubt it, but I could dream. But either way, I enjoy the fix. I know a lot of the guys that run the open don't like the fix. I like both, honestly. I haven't ran any of the open this season or anything like that, but because I'm not doing as much dirt this season right now. Trying to like even myself out on oval and dirt and stuff some like that. Try and not burn myself out on dirt as much as I was before. Pretty good jump for us. But yeah, running dirt so often can get very tiring just because of the dirt community isn't the best, honestly. They're kind of toxic with each other. So sometimes it's just not as fun. We already got a sorry out there. Getting way too sideways there in 1 and 2. And we get a caution. So, quick caution. Me in second place. Oh wait, I don't know what happened to everybody behind me. It goes from 2nd to 6th, so there was a bunch of people that wrecked there right behind us. All right, 1 to green here. We had a pretty good jump on the last one. Hopefully we can get as good of a jump. I just need to not get as sideways through 1 and 2, like sliding up through that slick. It looks like Jarek was qualified.
Need to run over each other.
Yeah, 40 laps is a long time, but Jarek qualified 8th, and he's in like 4th now, which is crazy. There was a massive crash behind us. We'll see once we get into the replay at the end of this race. We'll see everything that happened. But we need to try to get a good jump. Wait on it a second. Try to catch him a little bit off guard.
Have a good day.
Next time, if we get another caution at least, I might be a little closer to the pace truck and then try to go early. Try to switch it up on them. just so they don't get a set spot or timing or anything like that, maybe. Try to make it to where we get an advantage on the start if we're up in first, the best that we can. There we go, that's a better 3 and 4. First couple times through there, I was super tight, so I messed up the corner pretty bad. Pretty good 1 and 2. Not terrible, but not great, but it's pulling away from second place, so that's all that matters. Got that berm too much. I had to gas it up or I was going to push super hard there. Don't want to be hitting that berm like that, though. That's too sideways in 1 and 2. I'm just trying to get the car above that slick on the exit, though, is the main thing. Got super tight. I need to get it turned in a little earlier into turn 3. And then in 1 and 2, I need to do the opposite. I need to get a little tighter. Didn't get as low as I wanted, but it kind of worked out. There's a slick line on the exit of 4. I'm trying to like either stay under or just not hit the gas too hard through it. Yeah, we're pulling away from second and all then, which is nice. Jarek's still holding 4th, so good for him. He's the 3 car, but didn't have a very good qualifying effort. Yeah, we're really pulling away from second now. That's nice. And we don't have to push it too hard having this lead. We just hit a faster lap than we did in qualifying. That's hilarious. We don't have to push it too hard so we don't kill our tires or anything. So I'm going to try to take it easy in the corners, not really get on throttle too much. I don't think the tire wear is necessarily going to matter much. This guy has no spoiler out here. So that's going to be a little sketchy. Hopefully he just doesn't spin out or anything right in front of us without his spoiler. Trying to see where he's running at. Seems like he's just running mid. Looks like he's going to stay low down the backstretch. I appreciate it, friend. Stayed super low for the guy behind, but really screwed up that guy's entry if he was running a slider line. Yeah, we have a 2-second lead right now. Knoxville is definitely one of my better tracks, but with these not being a super high SOF either, that definitely plays into our hand. Wish we did have some faster guys out here so we could have some battling and stuff like that. Because other than just running laps right now, just experimenting with things, I just need to not rip my rear spoiler off or break our right front on the wall or anything. And currently up to 8th is a lap down out of the 12 cars here. Going to continue to run the bottom for now, like bottom slider. I don't have any reason to change up my line. So what I'm comfortable with right now, I don't necessarily know if it is the fastest. Some other line in 3 and 4 could be faster. I feel like this is the line in 1 and 2 right now for sure. But 3 and 4 definitely could be more I'm having a stroke, holy crap. Optimalized. I can't say that word right now. I don't even know if I'm saying it correctly. Optimized, there we go. I was putting an L in there somewhere, holy crap. I'm an idiot. Trying to drive and talk at the same time. Things just don't work correctly, honestly. We have a huge gap back to 3rd and 4th. That's kind of crazy. Knoxville is just our track. I love this place. It's so good. We're catching up to this 11 car again with his no spoiler. He's just out here getting his laps in, hoping some other people wreck and he can gain some laps potentially. I don't blame you, buddy. I do the same thing. If I'm having a rough race and end up in a wreck, I try to stay out here, hope some other people end up in a wreck and you can gain some spots out of it. Please don't hit the wall up here in front of us. Outside. He's fine. He was very nervous and did not know where to go, and I didn't know where he was going to go. We just lifted and let him decide he was going to stay high because he was like wiggling his car back and forth like no or not knowing where to go. The main thing is if he just holds the same line, it's easy to predict and get around him. We'll probably catch him again before the end of this thing, I imagine. Maybe 2 more times. It is lap 20 right now. We're halfway through, and we caught that guy twice already. So that's a little rough. We're going to catch up to these guys up here as well. Oh, where am I going? Let's not do that. I was looking down at the relative. Just completely murdered the berm down there. That was terrible on me. That allowed the guy behind us to catch up quite a bit. I'm wondering if we're going to like catch all the way up to Jarek in 4th or even 3rd place. I have no clue. I do think a higher line in 3 and 4 could work. I'm going to go to my last lap time and mess around with that higher line in 3 and 4 where there's some grip right here. Try to follow that around. It's an earlier slide up maybe. Might want to be out closer to the wall. I wasn't necessarily faster doing it. I still think that slider line's good regardless. Let me see, slider line here. I was quicker doing that in 3 and 4 still. So I think I'm just gonna stick with that line. Stick with these slider lines for now because we're catching the guys in front of us. The guy behind us is still keeping with us pretty well. This 11 car, we're catching for a 3rd time already. Okay, that only took a couple laps. I don't know if he spun or no, he definitely didn't spin because there would have been a caution. He looks like he's staying low. We'll go way high. Oh, don't hit the wall. It is real slick up there. Just trying not to rip my spoiler off up top. Definitely hard to see the berm down there now. It's like very similar color to the bottom line. But we're catching up to 7th place here. The 11 car came to a stop on the inside and towed, so he is out of here. Trying to hold the bottom line. I didn't want to slide up into him or anything like that. We got a long time to go in this race still. Try to get around these lappers as clean as we can. May slow us down a little bit, but try and get by them clean. Throw the slider there. Could have probably thrown it in 1 and 2, but it would have been a little tighter and no reason to put ourselves in a bad position if we don't need to, or put them in a bad position if I don't need to. Looks like we might have actually pulled away from the 2 car a little bit also behind us. It's the battle of the Austins. There's only room for one of us out here. Jarek's only 4.5 ahead of us and we got 12 laps left. We'll see if we can catch Jarek or not. I don't know if we will or not. It'd be cool to lap all the way up to the top 5. So Jarek lost that 4th position, unfortunately. I think the 11's trying to watch me in his mirror a little bit, seeing what line I run and stuff. Oh, I'm getting the wall. Won't do that. Run this outside, try to get by the 11 car here. He's still on our inside, so I'm not going to cut down on his nose or anything. Catch that grip up top, get away. I'm really just trying to stay away from the walls mainly, just so I don't break my spoiler or anything like that. I'm not trying to do anything dumb for no reason. Jarek's kind of in a battle, like a 3-way battle for 3rd. Like, they're all right on top of each other, so honestly, I don't want to catch them. But I can't really just slow up and let them battle if I do catch them. Unless it's like the last lap or something. I'm not going to try and battle them. I'll let them go an extra lap and battle it out if we do catch them. I'm not saying we will. They're still 4 seconds ahead of us. I've only gained half a second on Jarek in like 4 or 5 laps. So that's not terrible. I don't think we'll end up getting them unless they all start really battling hard together. Oh boy, yeah, it is slick up top on entry to turn 1. That is super slick up there. Was that faster? No, it wasn't. I was like 3/10 slower that lap. That is crazy. Then a slider line in 1 and 2. Yeah, they're all within a few tenths of each other up ahead. Battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Wonder what my right rear is going to be at the end of this thing, because I'm not really like trying to push it super hard, like running top or anything like that. just running this slider line and trying not to put too much throttle into it. We got like 3 seconds on the 2 car now, so yeah, we've pulled away a little bit the last half of this race. Might have saved our tires better. Just, that's a possibility. Even though a 40-lap race, tires aren't going to mean too much. Jarek's trying to go under Tyler up there for 4th. He's trying his best. The bottom's very tough to hit, but it can be fast, honestly. It really can be. Still getting a top 5 for him would be solid, I think. Top 5 for the 9 and the 12, too, are going to be huge for them. I think Jarek might actually lose iRating if those two finish 3rd and 4th in front of him. He may have to finish 4th to gain something, because it's not a very high SOF. But he is definitely right on him. We got a good seat to watch this battle, at least. We got 2 laps left. They got 3 right now. We're catching them. We won't pass them, though, because I actually have a little bit of a lead now. I could just back off for this final lap if we did get any sort of close. Jarek's not quite going for the slider. I thought he was going to there. He's on that bottom side. He's running them clean. He's doing the best that he can on that bottom side. It's very tough because the outside definitely has momentum on their side. Jarek's has the hard part of spinning his tires and stuff, and we get the win, baby. I'm just out here watching their battle. I'm just gonna follow them over into the checkered flag for them. Oh, Jarek got tight on the bottom. He lifted, and he's gonna succeed. I don't know if that's the right word, but he's gonna finish in 5th. But hell yeah, boys, let's go. 2 in a row. 2 wins in a row. I'm super stoked by that one. I love Knoxville, one of my favorite tracks. I'm getting
everybody running clean.
Getting dizzy here. I'm gonna go park in Victory Lane. Even though there's a fence here, you can just go straight through this little fence, unless they've updated it. You have to kind of go like between these two, and then do a little U-turn. Go park it in Victory Lane. And then we will go and watch all the replays here. But I'm going to go grab a little championship real quick. All right, we got our championship. Got the NXT belt here for getting the win. I forgot to do that last week for Houston's and stuff. I forget to do that a lot of times because I have not won very much often in quite some time. Oliver here just hit the berm and then gassed it up, hit that dude, hit the 49 there. And then proceeded to get right hooked right after that. I don't know if that guy got loose or just was mad that he got doored, but honestly, I understand. I would be mad, but I wouldn't have gone and right hooked him. And then that's how the 11 lost his spoiler. And he flipped. Holy crap, he fully flipped there. 5 car got killed up back there. This guy lost his right front. This is on like lap 2 when the whole wreck happened. So there was a bunch of stuff that happened all together. Jarek tapping the wall just a little bit. He was in 4th for a long time. I don't know how he lost the lead. I think he was battling with this guy at the end. So the guy in 5th came back and passed both of these guys. So they actually had a pretty good run. We ended up lapping this guy. Yeah, we're up ahead of him already. He's getting in the wall. Ooh, he almost broke his whole right front, but he was a part of that first wreck. His whole right side was super damaged. He came and asked for a damage report from me. Oh, this is why we gained so much on this guy. He about killed himself in the wall. I did that once, but I saved myself from hitting the wall and stuff, and that's all she wrote. Jarek, I think, was trying to come greet us in Victory Lane, but I already got out of the car before, because I was in the car, I was getting over there, and I got out before he could turn around and get to us. I didn't even realize he was coming or anything, but hell yeah. We're car number 1. We get the win. Happy about that. Pretty dominant fashion, which was nice. Austin was keeping up with us pretty well, but we had a good lead on him the whole time, so let's go see what we end up getting out of the results. We're going to get a solid 36 out of that. It was only a 2,500 SOF. I figured it was going to be pretty low for the most part. The 2-car gains a good bit. Jarek actually still gained 10 there. I thought he might lose a little bit because these guys were going to gain a lot, which they did. 75 and 70, that's where all our iRating went because they ended up gaining it all. Oliver loses a good bit. The 6-car finishes last, unfortunately, from that one first wreck, and that was the only wreck, luckily. And he loses 84, though. That's rough back there. So that was an interesting race because it was 2 splits. It looks like second split might not be done. Yeah, they're not done, which is interesting. So overall, we had a good run, which I'm happy with, and hopefully we can continue to do that. That's 2 weeks in a row that we've won. We're doing okay, I think, in the overall points. Like, the SOFs aren't super high, so we're not getting too many champ points or anything like that. So, but I think everybody's SOFs are kind of low. Sometimes they might get stacked, so some people might have some better better champ points because they get in those splits. I run this thing once a week usually, and I just get in whatever split that I'm running at that time. And usually it's been around like mid 25s, like mid 2000s, sometimes a little lower, sometimes a little higher. But either way, we're doing the best we can out here, only doing what we can with against the people we can. So really clean race overall, at least for us. The couple lappers got out of the way. We got a championship on our shoulder. So that's all I can ask for. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.